a topic called force or flow, force and flow, whatever you may call it. Now, the moment you understand this topic, the moment you listen to this topic called force or flow, what comes to your mind? What is the first thing that comes to your mind? What is the first thing? क्या होता है force को सुना and flow को सुना? What is that we want to learn today? Just raise your hand and start sharing or shout out. And what exactly do you mean by the term called force or flow?
Mr. Vinay, good
Yes, hi.
morning.
Good morning.
I think the force is something that motivates us, whereas the thing that the flow is you go freely with the flow, meaning that you face all problems in your life harmoniously and peacefully.
Okay, so there's a flow, and the problem comes to our lives, we'll handle it peacefully. This is what your interpretation about flow or force. Good, thank you for sharing. Who else? Who else would like to talk about the word called force and flow? Who else? Thank you, Rajman, for sharing. Who else?
Yes, good morning, Vinay.
Yes, please go ahead. Yes, please go ahead.
Flow is always associated with water, I think.
Flow is always associated with what? Sorry, please come again.
Water.
Water, good, yes. Great. So that comes to your mind when you listen to the word called flow. And how about relating to the personal life, relating to our own lives? What is how we relate water with our own lives?
Flow.
Okay, no worries.
Whatever comes to your mind, you go with that.
Okay, whatever comes to your mind, you go with that. Okay, good. That is the flow. Whatever comes to your mind, you go with it. Who else? Let's last sharing, and then I'll quickly jump into the topic called force or flow in life. So right now, let's say if I am asking everyone to share about what comes to your mind when you hear the word called force or flow. So if I don't get appropriate responses when we have about 8 people here or 6 people here. So what comes to my mind is, okay, am I going to force people to share or allow people to share by themselves? Or if people are not sharing, can I add more pointers to the people and inspire them to share? So is there any pressure that I'm going to put across to people to share? So what exactly is force or flow? You know, many times it's what Radhan shared and what Preetham just shared about the flow. So when we are in the flow, when we are doing something in life and something happens, कुछ हो गया, रास्ते में हम जा रहे हैं, we are moving ahead, moving purposefully, and we have something, some obstacle comes up in our lives. Or even if when we're speaking to someone and the person interjects, लोग हमारे को रोक देते हैं, then what comes to your mind? I was in a good flow and someone interjected, okay, please allow me to speak. Normally we say that because there is a flow which is coming up. There is a flow of thoughts that comes up. So similarly, whenever we are faced with discomforting situations in life, whether it is relationships, whether it is finances, or whether it is, going up the career or in the physical health for that matter. We have expectations from people we have expectations from our own self that we are going to go to this level. We do resolutions right in the beginning of our year. We do the base resolutions, but something happens, something stops you, some obstacle comes up, and the flow with which we were moving, we see that there is a there is a stop there. Now, whenever we feel that we have to stop somewhere, what is the first thought that comes to our mind? Whenever we are faced with a difficulty, I don't want a wise answer. I want an honest answer. So whenever we are faced with difficulties in relationships or finances or health, and we are moving in the flow, and whenever there is a difficulty which happens in the flow, so what is the first thing that comes to our mind? हम क्या करते हैं? What is the first thing that comes to mind? What action do we take? So I ask you to please share about your personal life. I will also share about my personal life. So क्या लगता है कि जब ऐसा होता है तो हम क्या करते हैं? मोटिवेशनल टॉक सुनते हैं क्या? We go ahead and speak to someone. We listen to some YouTube videos. Go ahead and listen to some mindset issues. Yesterday there was a conversation about fixed versus growth mindset. So what is that we do whenever we are stuck in life? We are moving in the flow. We have a good job. We're moving, and suddenly there is a disruption. We're moving in the flow, and suddenly there is a COVID happens. COVID happens. We're moving in the flow. Suddenly, Russia and Ukraine ended the war, and there is a recession across the world. Similarly, you're having a great relationship with friends, and suddenly there is an obstacle. Suddenly, the person stops talking to you. You have a misunderstanding with the person. Suddenly, something happens. You're doing good health. You're with your good health, and now suddenly, get up in the morning, you have a headache, and you have fever, and suddenly something happens. You go with a blood test, and something happens. Oh, ये problem आ गया. Okay, मेरे को sugar हो गया, मुझे hypertension हो गया. तो पहला चीज क्या आती है? हम पहला एक्शन क्या करते हैं? What is the first act that we do whenever we get stuck somewhere? Whenever we not stuck is a word that we are continuously in that position. So हम बड़े अच्छे फ्लो में जा रहे हैं, suddenly किसी ने रोक दी. Situations, circumstances, people. Stock market में हम लोग ने investment किया, thinking that we'll go up, and suddenly there is a bad news in the stock market, and every indices fall like cards, right? So आपका first action क्या होता है?
Try to find solution.
Try to find solution. Okay. Good, very good. And when you say something as we try to find, and when we try to find a solution, what is the way that you find solution? What is the way? What is the methodology जिससे वो solution find करते? और मान लीजिए, who is the speaker here? I can't see you because I'm on mobile. Can you say your name, ma'am? Or you can come on video. Who is the speaker? Who says we try to find a solution? Is it Ashmi or who else?
No, me, Usha.
Usha, hi. Great. Usha, ma'am, when you try to find a solution, and you are not able to find a solution continuously, you do this and you do that, and you're not able to find a solution at all. Then what do you do?
We think according to the situation. Maybe it's some disease or maybe some accident. We'll try to solve what position we are, what situation we are.
It depends. It depends on the position to position. But
yeah,
what is the first thing that comes to your mind is can you try to find a solution? And when, despite of the efforts, you're not able to find a solution at all, then what do you do?
second step, you mean?
Second step. What is the second step? You are dealing with the challenge. Let's say it's a financial challenge. You're consistently working hard and hard and hard, but you're still in the trap.
Again, we'll think over it. What to do now?
Yeah.
How to tackle the problem?
Yeah. You keep on thinking about it.
Yeah.
You say, okay, what else can we do? What else can I do? What else can I do? Now there is a time when when we start realizing that we are forcing too much to solve the problem that we are facing that has arisen because there is an obstacle as we move along the journey. It can be a health journey, it can be a financial journey, it can be a relationship journey. Suddenly there is a stop, and you try to find a solution, and then you start applying force to that. You're making a lot of effort to that. Keep on making an effort. आपका बेटा हमारा बेटा हमारी बातें सुनता तो keep on making an effort so that he listens to it. And in the process, when we force people or we force things to happen, there is a lot of negative energy. There's a lot of low energy, and we get angry, we get frustrated, we get stressed out, and we consistently are in that space of the low energy. When we try to force things up, things are not working my way. There is a session that was there and things are not happening. I got stuck in a traffic jam, and I have to force here and there, so that thing happens. But there is a force to it. And more we apply force to it, more we see that we are going down the energy level. Now, when we are in that space of force, there we cannot accomplish any creative thing in life. जब भी हमारी जिंदगी में force आता है ना, जब भी हमें force करना पड़ता है, then there is no creativity. There is no real you which is talking. There is a fear which is talking. Fear of making things happen. We won't do it. We are unsure. I was talking to the other person yesterday, and he was a very top performer in sales, very top performer. And I asked him, what works for you? He always says, I never take no for an answer. Whenever I reach out to my customers, I never ever take no for an answer. But deep down, he was not happy at all. He was consistently striving, and he was so stressed out. He was accomplishing results, but he has a lot of expectations from himself that I want to achieve this space, and he was not able to achieve. He was reaching to that space, एक level तो पहुंच गया, but he was not able to move up the ladder from that space. And we discovered while I was coaching him, we discovered that he was applying a lot of force to it, so that he never gets no for an answer. And when he says he never gets no for, he never wants to have no for an answer, he always and always do something or the other. But there was no creativity. He keep on pressurizing. He keep on, giving a lot of ideas. He keeps on, sending a lot of proposals, sending a lot of promotional ideas, because he never wants his customer to say no to him. And then something is not happening the way he would have expected. He would have, getting angry, would have stressed up, work late in nights, speak to the stakeholders, give the promotional schemes, a lot of things. He fight for his customer. Now he gets what he gets, but he is never happy and fulfilled deep down. And when he's never happy and fulfilled deep down, he cannot accomplish what he is supposed to accomplish, what he's potentially capable to accomplish. मान लीजिए एक इंसान की जो कैपेसिटी है वो 10 तक पहुंचने की है, एंड वो सिर्फ 3 तक या 2 तक ही पहुंचा है. Someone who is capable to reach to a level of 10, but he or she only reaches to level 2 and 3. But person is not aware that this 3 level is or 2 level, I'm at this level. He becomes happy or she becomes happy and becomes satisfied. Okay, fine, I'm getting it. And he keeps on applying the same thing again and again, forcefully. We keep on applying lot of energy, working hard day and night, and that's what we have been listening all our lives. Work hard to become successful in life. There is no other alternative to become successful in life. We start reaching out to a lot of motivational stories who work 18 hours, 19 hours, and people, you will find people, you find those idols, they work 19 hours a day to become successful. And they keep on working hard and hard and hard. That is one extreme. The other extreme is people will start thinking, okay, I won't, I anyways would not get my results. What is the point of working so hard? It's okay. That is the other extreme. The point I'm trying to make today is, are we forcing too much in our lives to ensure that we get what we want to get in our lives? And are we putting too much effort? So when we are putting too much of effort, what comes to you is a lot of negative energy. My invitation to everyone here right now is to write down where in life you are applying a lot of force to ensure things happen, to ensure, and I will give you a formula. How can you handle that? But currently, can you please write it down, or probably in your head, visualize where in life we're putting so much of force, consciously or unconsciously. When you have to speak out to people, you're applying a lot of force. You want to talk to your children, you apply a lot of force. You want to do a lot of project work, you apply a lot of force. So you put a lot of effort. And when things won't happen the way you would have wanted, then you start complaining to people, you don't know, I put a lot of effort in my work, in my job. But this all, office politics, this office politics, I'm I've never been seen that I am making a lot of effort. But what the organization wants, they don't want effort, they want results. But what we do is whenever we are stuck in that place and we have made a lot of effort and results won't happen, then you start complaining. And more you start complaining, more we start getting into that zone, more our energy goes down and down and down. And we are in the vicious circle. So think about where in life we are putting a lot of effort. And I'm going to give you a formula today. Not a formula. Again, when you talk of formula, again, it's a force. I'm going to give you a perspective today that kya karna hai whenever you're faced with difficult times, whenever someone says no to you, whenever you are rejected. I will actually give you that perspective that what can you do whenever the situation doesn't go your way that you would have expected. When you are moving in a flow and suddenly something happens in your health, in your relationships or finances, what to do at that point in time. So please write down all these pointers. Where in life you have to apply a lot of force. And I'm not saying when you're applying force is something wrong here. No, I'm not suggesting that. All I'm saying, just be present to the fact where in life that we are applying a lot of force to ensure things happens to you. I'm not even suggesting that you should not work 20 hours a day. I'm not even that purporter of 8 hours a day. Okay, that's okay. There's a different context someday that we're going to talk about it. But what I'm trying to talk about it is where in life, what all are the areas of life that you see that you have to put a lot of effort. So what's opening up for you guys? Anybody would like to share? Anybody would like to talk?
Yeah,
Anybody
I think the ones that putting all of the force in me is my health, my weak health now, and my sister, judging me that because of my weak health, you should get you start physical trainings. Some people don't understand. So, yeah, that is.
Rajvin, I think you are on mute. You got back on mute. Oh, I think she's not well. She got unwell. Okay. Can anybody else would like to share? We'll find out what happened to her. Anybody else would like to share?
Seek help.
Sorry?
Seek help from others.
Seek help from others. Okay. So what do you really mean that you have to put a lot of effort in seeking help from others? So my question was, where in life you are doing a lot of effort and applying a lot of force? Where in life are you doing it? When you say, Pritamji, seek help from others, what do you really mean? Shabana, Usha ji, Meena ji, Samina.
Where I am missing, seek help and advice from others.
Okay. Seek help and advice. Okay. But I'm not able to relate to the question I've asked. My question is, where in life we are applying a lot of force?
गुड मॉर्निंग सर।
Good morning. Good morning. Who's this?
सर जब बीमार होते हैं तो मन नहीं करता है डॉक्टर के पास जाने के लिए, तो मेंटल फोर्स लगाना पड़ता है। अच्छा अभी तो जाएंगे, दवाई लेंगे तभी ठीक होना है। वहाँ पे मेंटल फोर्स रहता है क्योंकि आप बेड नहीं छोड़ना चाहते हैं अपना।
Yes.
यू आर वीक मेंटली और फिजिकली एट टाइम।
यस, बहुत मेहनत, बहुत हिम्मत करनी पड़ती है जब अब हमारी तबीयत खराब होती है और उठने का मन नहीं करता है और आपको काम भी करना पड़ता है, आपको प्रेजेंटेशन देनी है या डॉक्टर के पास भी जाना है फॉर दैट मैटर, उसके लिए भी हिम्मत नहीं हो पाती है, बड़ी फोर्स लगानी पड़ती है। ठीक है, और जब फोर्स लगानी पड़ती है मीना जी, तो क्या होता है कि उस फोर्स से कोई फायदा होता है क्या?
यस सर,
लगाने के
फोर्स
शॉर्ट टर्म फायदा
लगाते
तो
हैं, मेडिसिन
फायदा तो हो
लेते
जाता है।
हैं, ठीक होते हैं तो आप अपना काम कंटिन्यूअसली कर सकते हैं।
एग्जैक्टली, ठीक है, मेडिसिन लेते हैं, काम करते हैं, ठीक हो जाता है, ठीक है। देन वी कम बैक अगेन, एंड व्हेनेवर समथिंग एल्स हैपेंस टू यू, कुछ और होता है हमारे को, फिर कुछ और होता है हमारे को, तो फिर हम दोबारा से फोर्स लगाते हैं और फिर हमारे को रिजल्ट्स मिलते हैं, हम ठीक हो जाते हैं, तो फिर दोबारा से फोर्स लगाते हैं और हमें हमारे लिए एक फॉर्मूला बन जाता है कि यस, टू गेट समथिंग वी हैव टू फोर्स अ लॉट, and there's a formula, you cannot produce results until we have to make a lot of effort, and whenever and becomes a formula, हम ठीक हो जाए, जैसे आपने बोला मीना जी, हम ठीक हो गए, उसके बाद हमारे माइंड ने क्या बोला, हमारे ब्रेन ने क्या बोला कि अरे कुछ भी करना है तो उसके लिए एफर्ट लगा लो, खत्म, सिंपल सा, इसमें क्या सोचने का है। पेरेंट्स भी यही बोलते हैं, अरे हिम्मत करना, अरे हिम्मत कर, हैव सम करेज, हैव सम करेज, until you have that courage, yes.
So Mr. Vinay,
Yes.
what happens, right, if we sometimes we are so positive, right?
Yeah, yes.
But occasionally we we lost our courage. How about
Yes.
if
Yes.
it's something pulling us back? Now
Yes.
that
Yes.
is what I want to know. Yeah.
Yes. 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 So
And
something happens.
I was
Yes. Yeah.
telling about people's judgments. I was
Yes.
telling the story about people. My sister wants me to, but I can't. But I can't because I've seen the workforce in. They don't even want to pick up a pencil for you. So it's a bit difficult, you see. And
Mm.
with my current weak heart, I can't so online and this kind of session. So I do what I enjoy doing.
Mm. Mm.
And
Mm.
sometimes motivational speaking, being
Mm.
a trainer, being a participating in beauty pageant, creating awareness, like what you
Mm.
said. It's the most enjoyable time for me
Mm.
rather than uh, having someone subordinates freak with you. Okay, you have to do it. You have to do a 9 to 5 job. Nobody
Yeah.
says nobody says you have to do, but there's a choice that you make. So
Yeah.
it boils down to people must respect choices in my life.
Got it. I got it, Rajvin. Thank you for sharing. So what Rajvin is asking that, whenever we are faced with a challenge or whenever something pulls you down and you're going in the right direction, but somebody pulls you down, circumstance pulls you down, and you have to do what you don't love to do, and then you feel that there is a low energy there, and you have to say yes, and you don't have to say yes at that point in time. Someone rejects you, someone pulls you down. Now, what is that you got to do? The very first thing is they try to force things. You might have heard a lot of salespeople or credit card pitch karne wale, they keep on calling you and they try to force a lot of things. They give you a lot of emotional things, a lot of offers to make sure that you are in the game. But there is a lot of force there. There's a lot of people try to force a lot of things on you. Similarly, whenever things don't happen to you, people will not listen to you, try and apply a lot of force. And when you're pulled down by the circumstance of people, you again apply another level of force. And that becomes a kind of programming for us. Okay, to make things happen, we have to make a lot of effort. But what about the smooth way of happening things? We are not programmed or we are not made to believe that everything can happen smoothly. And we can be more than 1,000% productive in a day when we are not forcing things and wanting things to happen. Because when we are forcing, we tend to believe in the background that it may or may not happen. I have a fear of failure, I have a fear of success, whatever. There are a lot of fears which is running your head, and that is why you apply a lot of force. If a trainer doesn't get a good response here,
Vinay, that
yes,
when we are not happy and we do the things that we are unhappy about, automatically it doesn't work out, right? So
yeah,
yeah.
I got it. I got a point. Rajvin, I completely got a point. But that's also the case, when we are not happy and we are asked to become happy, we are asked to, remain happy at difficult situations. There is also kind of societal force, or you have to do it. A lot of songs also support you कि अंदर तो बहुत गम है लेकिन मुझे फिर भी खुश रहना
Maybe
है.
societal cause is the one.
Yes. So I completely understand, Rajvin. So point I'm trying to make is my invitation here to everyone is it's okay if things don't happen the way you would have expected right now. Allow it to come your way. If you think that someone has pulled you down, it's okay. It's perfectly fine. Allow it to come. If you don't get that flow, if your flow is stopped, it's okay. The flow is stopped. If you are making some losses in the business currently, okay, that's perfectly fine. If you are doing very good in relationships, and someone starts abusing you, or someone starts shouting at you, howling at you, or speaking some bad thing at you, and then you start forcing things to happen, forcing the relationship to happen. Okay, let me ensure that we are loving each other. Let me go out for a movie, and you try to force a lot of things. Let me make things happy. Oh, chalo milke khana khate hain. You start doing it. Okay, but the very first step that you got to do is allow it to happen. It's okay to people get angry. It's okay to get stopped a while. What is the message? Sometimes you work too hard. You are, doing a lot of work day in and day out. Maybe your body needs some rest. When you are resting and then you come out again, you become better. So there are times when things would not happen the way you would have expected. There are times when things would not happen that you would have wanted to happen, and you have the greatest of intentions, by the way, and things still don't happen. So my invitation to you: are you willing to let go of the thought that it should happen this way? Are you willing to allow things to fail? If you are making a request to people and they are saying no, are they saying no to you? No, they are not saying no to you. They're saying no to the request. But are you allowing that person to speak freely and say no to you? I mean, is that person having some kind of contract that he has to say yes all the time? No, the person doesn't have a contract to say yes to you all the time. But what we do is we get stuck. Oh, if that person would have supported no, I would have gone crazy. And I belong to a certain kind of community where there is a WhatsApp group, and there is a constant fight in that WhatsApp group that I want to post this, I want to post this, but the admin keeps on deleting those posts. And there is a constant conflict in that WhatsApp group that why this post is being taken as political post. It is not a political post. It is just a normal post, but admin perceive this is not a good post, and there is a constant conflict. And then there is a constant force that got to apply, right? But what if one person wakes up and say, it's okay, let the person say what they have to say. It's okay, if someone wants to do something. And when you stop yourself, you don't take impulsive decisions, then you find some creative way to deal with the conflicting situation. Then you find some powerful way to handle the situation. But you're allowing things to happen. That is the first and foremost thing. You get stuck somewhere, it's okay to be stuck. It's okay to remain. But if you don't allow things to happen, you start blaming people. If those community of people, if a lot of people would not have posted some bad post, there would have been harmony in the family, in the WhatsApp group family. All right. But who has said it? Who has did it? Who has done that? Are you ready to accept people the way they are? Are you ready to listen to the unsaid? Are you ready to really be connected with that person? Are you willing to be connected with that person? And when that connectedness happens, then the flow happens to you. Then there is no stopping. The ups and downs are part of life. And when you allow ups and downs to happens, that's what basically ups and downs. That's a part of life. And you allow, okay, fine, there is a down today. Okay, fine, I accept it. And that's how you allow life to happen. If I keep on, you know, cribbing in my mind, okay, there are about, if I say there are about 9 people here, and out of 9 people, only 2 people are on video. If I keep cribbing here, I'm not giving any space to people out here to do what they have to do. So when I'm not allowing them, I'm not giving them a free choice what to do. Although I will always say, okay, this is a compulsory thing. You got to come on video. How can I talk? I've already said what I've said. But I'm now allowing people to come on video, whether they want to come on video. That's their choice. That's completely their choice. Can I allow that? Can I really allow that? If I allow that, that becomes a freedom. That becomes the flow. If I don't allow them, then I remain in a forceful situation. Not only I am forcing myself to speak to them, but they're also somehow forced to come on video. Okay, theek hai. And some people will even exit from this session, right? So why I'm giving you this example, just see for yourself in your particular life, in your life, what are the areas, what are the particular areas where you feel that you are stuck? And when you see that they're stuck, that is a message to you that you got to allow that stuckness in your life. Instead of fighting or forcing yourself to get out of that stuckness where you're stuck, you keep on, haunting yourself, keep on blaming yourself. Okay, why the hell I'm stuck? Why the hell I'm stuck? I should go on, I should come out, I should come out of the problem, I should come out of the problem, I should come out of the problem. You're more getting down the drain. But when you allow yourself the way you are, even if you're feeling angry, allow it. If you're feeling sad, allow yourself to be. देखो ना उसको देखो आने दो उसको आने दो. That's what the mindfulness is all about. Allow this to happen. This once I always, I personally see a lot of people who are dealing with some mental health issues. Why they're still stuck? Because they cannot accept that they are in that state, and they are consistently on that medication. They're not able to go out with the medication because of the simple reason they're not allowing themselves, they're not accepting that why the hell I am like this, why the hell I am not same as what the other person are. Because you consistently resist, that is why you are consistently stuck. But when we allow things to happen, something emerges. You know why something emerges? Because deep down, who you are is perfect, whole and complete. जो आप है ना अंदर से वो पूरे परफेक्ट है, होल और कंप्लीट है, पूरे और दिल से मानोगे ना उसको और चीजों को आने दो, अंदर से आने दो और करने दो. जो भी सिचुएशन अगर अभी समझ में नहीं आ रहा, अगर मान लीजिए इस सेशन में कुछ भी समझ में नहीं आ रहा, सब कुछ ऊपर से जा रहा है, सब कुछ फिलोसफिकल लग रहा है, कोई बात नहीं, दैट्स ओके. Allow it to come to you. If you're not able to understand even one single thing from this session, instead of resisting, instead of going out, instead of not coming on video, instead of putting things away, be present and allow that confusion to come to you. And more you allow, more the clarity is going to come to you. Because when you allow things as they are, when you accept things as they are, like really accepting and allow them, you basically are in the flow. You are not stuck anytime. You're always in the flow. And there will be one time that you will realize that I'm always in the flow. And flow is not something outside out there. Flow is what you are, who you are. Who you really are is perfect, whole, and complete. And when you are perfect, whole, and complete, flow will never ever stop, despite of ups and downs in your life. So that is the message I want to give it to you. And that's the message I want to talk about. Now, I will ask some more people to share, not people who have already shared, some people who have not shared as yet. I'm not asking Rajvin to share because Rajvin has already shared. So Rajvin, can I request you to hold your reins for a while? and allow people, other people to also share. I know a lot of ideas are coming. We can take it offline, but can other people also share? Pritam ji, Neelam ji, Ruchira, what are you really getting out of this conversation? Meena ji, Shabana, Samina,
Yeah, hello.
what is opening of faith? Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah, I'd like to come in. Good morning. Can
Good
you
morning.
hear me? Yeah.
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
So this session of yours has given us an understanding that the best thing, just as we say, positivity is the this of our life, the pillar. In the same way, that positivity in another way is a flow.
Yes,
When we allow things to flow and we do not expect, then that allowance allows us to enjoy
yes,
even the bad and the good times that we have.
yes,
Yeah.
absolutely,
Mm.
absolutely, yes. And Samina, this is also a mind trick to put things into different categories. That
Mm.
this is a positive thing, this is a negative thing.
Mm.
Actually, there's nothing positive and nothing negative.
Yes, yes. I'm
And
coming.
and
I'm
you're coming to that.
what we believe is, up till now, we all have seen that yes, this is good, this is bad, this is positive, this is
Yes,
negative.
yes.
But only if we take a pause and realize that
Mm,
bad, according to our expectation and our view of life, but if we look
mm,
at it as, not a failure, but an
mm.
experience to be learned.
Yes.
Yeah. And that
Yeah.
learning comes only through failure. We do not call it failure because then our
Mm,
sink. So we say
mm,
it's learning experience. And when we say that, it gives so much hope to us because even from
mm.
bad times, you enter into a phase of joy and
Yeah,
happiness. So that's
yeah.
how some people are always happy, no matter what. Good or bad is a term given by human beings, by us.
Yes,
Perceive,
yes.
yeah, things as bad or good, but there's nothing as bad or good. It is all,
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So when we say that, the next step is, lot many times we get a wisdom of what, good or bad or right or wrong, okay, or force or flow. We get a wisdom of it. It's in the head. So until and unless you practice it outside, so and how you practice it, just consider whatever has happened in your life till now, which you are saying it is a bad, and you are forcing things to happen in a positive way. Maybe someone is not returning your money, and you're forcing a lot. Okay, how can I do that? You can strategizing a lot. You are just calling that person is not responding. You become more angry. You're forcing a lot because somewhere deep down the line, you don't think, you think that, this has to happen. It is wrong that I don't get my money back. But are we ready? Are we really ready or willing to be in the space that even if you are not getting your money back from that person who is only a channel, I will always get my due from my universe. अगर मुझे जो चाहिए वो मुझे मिल ही जाएगा यूनिवर्स से. उस बंदे ने नहीं दिया तो क्या हुआ? So that person is a channel, मेरे को जो मिलना है वो मुझे मिल ही जाएगा. And really, I'm telling you, I mean, the last 2 years, a lot of people have not returned my money. I've done a lot of good work. It's been lakhs and lakhs of rupees. But believe you me, I'm getting more money when people are not giving me back. So मेरे को ज्यादा पैसा मिला क्योंकि मैंने ये समझा कि I'm not going to force it. I'm just allow, okay, people are the way they are. It's okay. There's nothing wrong about it. I will get my due. I had a strong belief. I will get my due. And I'm getting my due. I'm getting some kind of really good work where I have to spend less time and earn more. And suddenly it has started happening to me. I don't know from where it is coming. Money is flowing to me. So जो भी मुझे चाहिए होता है पैसा वो आ जाता है मुझे कहीं ना कहीं से आता है. I'm saying it on the recorded line. A lot of my friends is going to listen to me, and a lot of my family members are also listening to this recorded line, and they will ask me, "Okay, मैंने तो अगर इतना पैसा आ रहा था मुझे भी दे दो ना पैसा." The point I'm trying to make is, are we forcing too much in life, or are we willing to remain in the flow zone by allowing and accepting that whatever is happening for me, not against me. जो भी कुछ हो रहा है वो मेरे साथ नहीं हो रहा है, मेरे लिए हो रहा है. So I'm in the flow when we have the deep understanding from our heart, not here, but from our heart. Yes, everything is happening because it had to happen, and that is the flow, that is the message to everyone. And never try to force anything, never force anything, and just go ahead. And believe you me, you'll get a lot of possibilities opening up for you. When you are forcing, you only get a limited zone of possibilities to open up for you. But when you allow, the whole universe is yours. The whole possibilities is yours. Just experiment for one day. Where are you forcing too much? Allow things to happen. Are you forcing to in a relationship? Okay. Allow it to happen. Wherever they are, even if it is bad, allow it. Why you always have to have a good relationship with people? Why? Allow, even if it is a bad relationship, that's okay. That's okay. You don't have to strive for it. You don't have to strive to make it good. I'm not saying that you don't do anything, but do it from heart. Do it after accepting it. Do it after allowing things to happen. Not to cover up. Not to cover up just because things are not happening. I'm going to cover up and apply a lot of force. How much time I have? It's 8:55. I think I don't have that watch. So now, guys, I really want you to participate and share your key understanding. And even if you don't get anything from this session, I'm perfectly fine. I'm perfectly fine. But if you get something, do share. Yeah, please go ahead. And thank you for your sharing, Samina. I took your thread and just went ahead in explaining some
Yeah.
better things. Is
Yeah.
it okay for you? Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yes. Yes. Anybody else would like to talk before we end? I think it's already 8:50. By the way, आपको मेरा मजाक कैसा लगा? कैसा लगा मेरा मजाक? तो मैंने बोला था कि 8 बजे नहीं आऊंगा, 8:10 पे आऊंगा. आपको मजाक कैसा लगा? Shabana, was it a healthy joke or was it a bad joke?
No, I thought you were serious, but
I was seriously very serious, but I had an intention in my mind that I'm going to put up a perspective of how we behave when we are uncomfortable. So not for you, but for everyone. Yes. Who else? मीना जी, प्रीतम जी, उषा जी, क्या ओपन अप हो रहा है और क्या खुल रहा है as we are talking more and more?
Sir,
Yes, who's this?
if
Meena ji,
you
yes.
if you want
Yes.
calmness and happiness in mind, you have
Yes.
to change your thinking pattern.
Yes. तो
Allow
कैसे चेंज
these
करोगे?
things to happen.
कैसे अपना थिंकिंग पैटर्न कैसे चेंज करोगे?
To be positive, to
हाँ,
accept the people what they are.
एग्जैक्टली. यहाँ पर मैं पॉजिटिव वर्ड हटाना चाहता हूँ. सिर्फ जैसा है वैसे एक्सेप्ट करना. क्योंकि जब हम पॉजिटिव वाला वर्ड बोलते हैं ना, तो वो माइंड में प्रेशर आ जाता है. हमें पॉजिटिव रहना पड़ेगा, हमें पॉजिटिव होना पड़ेगा. पॉजिटिव नेगेटिव होना तो गलत बात है. पॉजिटिव भी पॉजिटिव. हम फिर लोगों को ज्ञान देना शुरू कर देते हैं. कीप ऑन एडवाइजिंग, कीप ऑन सजेस्टिंग टू पीपल दैट ओके, यू ऑलवेज हैव टू बी पॉजिटिव. नो, यू आर नेगेटिव. But what if there is negativity already? I mean, what if the person is feeling so bad? Tells to remain inside. हम क्या कभी दुख में नहीं रह सकते? क्या हो गया? दुख में रह लिया तो क्या हो गया? थोड़ा सा मूड खराब हो गया तो क्या हो गया? उसको एक्सेप्ट करते ना, देते हैं, उसको समय देते हैं ना उसको. तो पॉजिटिविटी अच्छा है. अपने थॉट पैटर्न को कैसे चेंज कर सकते हैं? जब हम जैसे थॉट्स आ रहे हैं ना, उसको आने देते हैं. जैसे भी 60,000 थॉट्स आते हैं हमारी पूरी जिंदगी, पूरे लाइफ, पूरे दिन में, एक दिन के अंदर we get 60,000 thoughts in a day. When we allow thoughts to come rather than resisting and putting label into positivity or negativity, then we cannot come out of that zone because you will stuck in that thought of positivity. Is it positive? Is it negative? allow it to happen, and that's mindfulness. Allow it, being aware of those thoughts, and choose it. Okay, there are a lot of thoughts I am not interested with. There's something which is telling you you're not good enough. Okay, I reject it. There's some other thought which tells you, okay, go ahead and talk about it. Okay, I'm interested. So you can keep choosing your thoughts rather than fighting with the thoughts and putting it in the negative zone or the positive zone. So that's it. That's what we talk about. Thank you, Meena ji, for sharing it. आपका बहुत धन्यवाद है कि आपने इसको खुल करके शेयर किया. कोई पर्सनल शेयरिंग कर सकता है, कि पर्सनल एग्जांपल से शेयर कर सकता है व्हाट यू आर गेटिंग. Anybody like to share from the personal experience?
Yes, thank you. I want to
Yes.
just say कि
Yes, please go ahead.
जैसे आप कहीं जा रहे हैं और आपके रास्ते में कोई बड़ा पत्थर आ जाता है, तो आप क्या करते हैं? आप क्या करते हैं? आपके सॉल्यूशन ढूंढते हैं कि उस कैसे, मतलब वो हमें एक प्रॉब्लम लग रही है, इट्स लाइक अ प्रॉब्लम, और या तो आप उसको स्टेप ऊपर ओवर करके जाएं या फिर उसको हटाएं.
Yes.
तो मोस्ट प्रोबेबली हटाना इतना आसान नहीं होता. कोई बिग पत्थर होगा जो भी बिग स्टोन है या बिग प्रॉब्लम है, तो वहां पे आपको फ्लो लेना है कि या तो साइड से निकले या कुछ करें.
Yes.
है ना? तो वो फ्लो, दैट इज फ्लो.
एग्जैक्टली. सो पत्थर आप हटा सकते हो तो हटाइए, नहीं हटा सकते हो तो उसके लिए क्रिप मत कीजिए, और उसके बाद साइड पे हो जाइए, निकल जाइए. और फिर अगर कुछ क्रिएटिव थॉट आता है कि वो पत्थर है तो क्या मैं किसी से हेल्प मांग सकता हूँ, क्या किसी को बोल सकता हूँ क्या, और क्या मैं उस पत्थर के लिए एमसीडी को कंप्लेन कर सकता हूँ, क्या मैं वहां के लिए किसी को बोल सकता हूँ कि यहाँ पे हटाओ, यहाँ पे नुकसान हो रहा है, क्या मैं किसी के साथ. तो वो तभी होगा जब आप उसको एक्सेप्ट करेंगे. लेकिन लॉट ऑफ पीपल वुड ऑलवेज कम. सॉरी,
कि आप कैसा थॉट्स क्रिएट करते हैं.
यस. और वो थॉट कैसा क्रिएट करते हैं वो तब होगा जब आप एक्सेप्टेंस मोड में आएंगे कि हाँ ये पत्थर है, अब है तो है, अब क्या करें, व्हाट नेक्स्ट, ओके लेट मी डू दिस, लेट मी डू दैट, लेट मी डू दिस. लेकिन हम लोग नॉर्मली क्या करते हैं, वी स्टार्ट कंप्लेनिंग, अरे एमसीडी कैसे करती है, ये रोड्स खराब हैं, ये पॉट होल्स हैं, किसी काम की नहीं है सरकार, कुछ नहीं करती है सरकार, बेवकूफ है, चलो जी हम आज इसको वोट नहीं देंगे, किसी और को वोट देंगे, ये बेवकूफ. अब अगली बार मैंने वोट ही नहीं देना किसी को भी, क्योंकि सरकार कुछ नहीं कर सकती. तो वी कीप ऑन इन दैट कंप्लेन बोर्ड. बट देयर आर लॉट ऑफ पीपल वुड से ओके फाइन, पत्थर आ गया रास्ते में, लोगों का ट्रैफिक जैम हो गया, लोगों की वजह से लोगों को दिक्कतें आ रही हैं, लोग कहीं गिर ना जाए, मैं अभी फोन करता हूँ या करती हूँ अगर मेरे पास टाइम है तो, कि वो पत्थर कैसे हट सकता है, या फिर मैं किसी से सपोर्ट मांग सकता हूँ क्या, या मैं एक फोटो खींचकर ट्विटर में पोस्ट कर सकती हूँ क्या, सो दैट द रिक्वायर्ड थिंग जो भी आप चाहते हो वो हो जाए. ठीक, दैट्स पॉसिबल ओनली व्हेन यू अलाउ. तो लाइफ में भी ऐसे ही होता है, बजाय कंप्लेन करने के, बजाय तकलीफ में जाने के ये ऐसा क्यों है, आप एक्सेप्ट करते हैं तो आपको 1000 आइडियाज मिल जाते हैं. Am I making some sense to you, ma'am? Am I making some sense to you, नीलम जी? क्या लगता है कि कुछ सेंस बोल रहा हूँ, कर रहा हूँ मैं जो बात बोल रहा हूँ आपको?
Yes, that I feel.
Yes, good. So it's time now. It's already 9. Thank you guys for being present. Any final words you want to say or takeaways from this session? Just one word, just shout out or write in the chat box. So you are free to say, and then we will end the session next 1 minute. Any final word? Raju, you can type on the chat box, or you can say one word, what your takeaways. Usha ji, Neelam ji, yes.
Should I say?
Yes, please go ahead, Usha ji. Yes.
I think there is very thin line between flow and force.
Yes, it is. And more we are aware of it, more we are able to identify it, more we are able to take action on that. Beautiful. You can't demarcate. You can't demarcate. Yeah, you can't. Yeah, you just have to be aware of it. You just have to be aware of it, and there will be a dance between the flow and force. You have to be aware of that dance. कभी आप flow में होंगे, कभी force में होंगे. अब जितना आप aware होंगे ना उस dance से, flow and force के, उतना flow situation में आता है. Great. Thank you for sharing. So people are saying whatever we do,
my
Hi.
final words would be
Yes.
love what you do and do what you love. Live the life you love. Yeah.
Yes. Do as the life comes up. This is what you say.
Yeah. Live
Yeah.
the life you love and go with the flow.
Yes. Go with the flow. Yeah. Go with the flow. Even if something is happening, not happening the way that you would have wanted, allow it. Okay, that's a flow. It's a flow of life. If you're not interested to talk, don't be. If you want to talk, and that's the paradox. More you are in the acceptance mode, more you are in that flow mode, and more you act more. You cannot you will not act only because you are resisting. Okay, guys, thank you for your presence